A warm welcome to Nigerian Stock Market at breakfast. The market is up and running nearly an hour, and things have been happening. There have been losers, gainers. There's a lot of movement in the market. So, among those that have gone on to gain, the early gainers, mutual benefits went up by over 8%. Mutual benefit is one of the early gainers. Among the early losers, we have Veritas Assurance, and losing over 3%, losing 3.33%. Cornhole, Consolidated Hallmark, has gone down. It's been doing well for some days now, but it's gone down by over 4%. So let's get in and see what is happening in the market. Right, let me take it for you right now. Among the early losers, also Ella Lakes, currently losing 1.1919 of its share price and trading for 8 naira 40 kobo. Ella Lakes is down by 1.19%. Tantalizers is at 0%. It's not gained anything and it hasn't lost anything. Tantalizers Transcorp is also at 0%. There is no change to its share price. It's not been affected by market forces. That's Transcorp. UPDC is also at 0%. There's no change in its status. It's at 0%. Vitafoam yesterday. Vitafoam was down the other day by 10% and it surged back on to make tremendous gain. But right now it's at 0% and it's trading from 184 naira. That is Vitafoam trading at 184 naira. University Press is also at 0%. There is no change in its status. It's trading for 5 naira 25 kobo. University Press. Unilever is up and running in the market. It's at 0%. Excuse me. Unilever is up, it's been up, but right now at 0%, no changes. It's trading for 122 naira. That is Unilever. Universal Insurance is one of the early losers. It's down by 1% of its share price. UBA made tremendous gain yesterday, but right now it is at 0%. It's selling right now for 43 naira 20 kobo. That is UBA. Oando also had a good time yesterday, but right now Oando is stable at 0%. It's trading for 40 naira and 4 kobo. Oando is doing well. It was good yesterday, but right now it's at 0% and trading for 40 naira and 4 kobo. Learn Africa was one of those who were the top losers yesterday. It lost more than 9% of its share price, but right now it's stable and it's trading for 9 naira. That is Learn Africa. Presco is one of the most expensive stocks on the Nigerian stock market. It's going for over 2,000 naira. It's actually trading for 2,300 naira per share. Presco. It doesn't get many price fluctuations. It doesn't get many market fluctuations. So right now, Presco is still stable at 0%. It's not been affected for like over a week. It's going for 2,300 naira, one of the most expensive shares on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. That is Presco. Japan Gold is one of the early gainers. It's also a stock that is liquid. Investors seem to like Japan Gold Ventures. The shares are up marginally by 0.30%. Veritas Capital, like I mentioned earlier, Veritas is down by 3.3%. Veritas is also liquid. It doesn't stay for too long without any movement. Those are sort of some of the stocks you want to have in your portfolio, stocks that do not stay for long in the shelf if you want to be offloading and making some quick bucks. But if you're just okay with dividend, that's also okay. you get your dividend at the end of the year. But if you're somebody who's interested in offloading part of your portfolio to go in with market dynamics, Veritas Capital is something you should have in mind, for the long term. All right, so it's down right now by over 3%. Also, right now, Regency Alliance Insurance, they finished their right issue yesterday. So if you didn't take part, nothing to worry about. They had their right issue for many weeks for those they wanted to raise additional capital, and they came and offered existing shareholders the opportunity. I mentioned it here yesterday and also on Monday that Regency Alliance right issue was closing yesterday, so they must have shut their doors right now. But right now it's up in value. The shares are up by over 5%. What happens is that when a company is raising money and they are not going to the carpet, it sends a signal to investors that this is a valuable company because they are not coming. It's like you need money to borrow. Let's say you need money to borrow in your family. Rather than go outside to go and ask your neighbor, you ask your uncles, you ask members of your family for money. So that is example of what a right issue is. So that was what Regency Alliance did, or that closed yesterday. So they didn't go to the market to ask for extra money. They offered the existing shareholders rights issue, and that always sends a capital or a signal to the market that these people, they can get money without coming to borrow from us. So it's not surprising that the shares have gone up in value by over 5%. International energy is at 0%. It has not experienced any movement. Sterling Finance is also at 0%, no changes. Stanbic IBTC, it doesn't experience any fluctuations in about a week. Stanbic IBTC is also one of those shares. It doesn't move too much. Market variations don't always, affect it, but when it goes, it just takes up. But since the beginning of the week, Stanbic IBTC holdings has been stable. It's right now trading for 163 naira. Is also one stock you should have in mind when the price goes down. If you want to get it, you can get it. Just talk with your stockbroker. But Stanbic IBTC, it doesn't have too many changes. It doesn't get affected too many times by market forces. But right now, since the beginning of this week, I haven't seen it move. It's still at 0% and it's trading for 163 naira a share. Okomo Oil Palm, one of the most expensive shares on the stock exchange as well, is over 1,000 naira per share. It's 1,480 naira per share right now. It doesn't see many movement. So right now it's at 0% and trading for 1,418. That's Okomo NPF Microfinance. I think it is Nigerian Police Force Microfinance Company. It is 0%, no changes. It's also a good stock, but it doesn't have any changes in the share price right now. It's at 0%. That is NPF Microfinance Bank. Honeywell was doing well the other day, but right now it is stable at 0%. No changes to its share price, trading for 15 naira 15 kobo. That is Honeywell Flour. Triple G is at 0%. Guinness also is something, especially if you have been drinking Guinness. I always say to people, if you are using a service or product, consider being a shareholder. Guinness Nigeria, 0%, no changes. The shares are stable. It's trading for 365 naira. That is Guinness. Secure Electronics is a good player on the stock exchange right now. The value of the shares are up by 1.12%. Nesu Nigeria. Nesu is also one of the most expensive stocks on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. It's over 3,000 naira. It doesn't go through many fluctuations as well. The prices are stable. It right now is at 0% and it's trading for 3,125. And that is Nesu shares. They are trading for 3,125 125 naira per share. It doesn't go through many variations. Zenith Bank is doing really good. Zenith Bank is always a darling of investors. It's also one of those shares that doesn't stay too long on the shelf. Zenith Bank shares are right now up by 1.9%, and it's trading for 107 naira. Also, take note of this. This is a share that goes beyond 110. So I know with time it is going to go up, but right now it's trading from 1.9% up. It was down for some time, but right now it is up again by 1.9. That's Zenith Bank trading for 107 naira per share. It's a darling of investors as well. Zenith Bank shares are always flying off the shelf like hot. Fidelity Bank, yesterday was their AGM. Fidelity Bank is also a valuable stock. It's something you should have in your portfolio. Always pencil down these stocks which I mentioned. They are stocks that do not stay long on the shelf. Zenith Bank yesterday was their AGM. I hope you got your invite if you are a shareholder. But right now, Zenith Bank is at 0%. It's trading for 18 naira and 5 kobo. Wema Bank was doing well Monday and yesterday, but right now is at 0%. No changes to its share price. It's trading for 30 naira. Wema Bank is on fire. 30 naira, but right now is at 0%. But this is a good day. Coronation Insurance, it's down in value by over 3%. Nigerian Breweries is also on fire. Nigerian Breweries is up in value by 0.68%. Nigerian Breweries is up in value by 0.68%. If you're somebody who drinks beer or you drink Martina, always consider being a shareholder. Any product or service you are using, don't just be a consumer. Think of being a fractional holder and that or shareholder. And how you can do that is to plan to be a shareholder. Putting 10,000 naira aside so that when you have the opportunity, you can instruct your stockbroker, especially if you are a beer drinker. Nigerian Breweries is doing well right now. The shares are up by 0.68%, and it's going for 74 naira 50 kobo. First City Merchant Bank Group is also doing well. FCMB is also a bank, is a share that doesn't stay idle on the shelf for long. Right now, the shares are up in value by 0.48%. That is First City Merchant Bank Group. The shares are trading for over 10 naira, up in value by 0.48%. In Lafarge Africa doesn't get too many movement in its share price. Right now it's at 0% and it's trading for 328 naira per share. Lafarge Africa is also something you might consider having in your portfolio. International Breweries is at 0%, no changes. NASCON is at 0%, trading for 197 naira 60 kobo. Transat is also at 0%. Nigeria Aviation, NACO was on fire the past couple of days. There was a time it went down by 10% and it jumped back up. Nigeria Aviation had the complaint. If you have used any of Nigerian airports, also pencil down NACO in your side so that on the long term, at some point later in the year, you can put something aside and be a shareholder. Like I say many times, if you use a product or service, don't just be a consumer. Think of being a shareholder. Nigeria Aviation Company right now is at 0% and is trading for 147 naira. EcoBank right now is at 0%. EcoBank is trading for 85 naira 70 kobo. Guinea Insurance is up in value, is a small insurance company compared to others. The shares are not expensive, going right now just for 95p. It is, but it's up in value by over 5%. Guinea Insurance also goes up. Square Motors is at 0%, no changes. Guarantee Trust Holding, as always, is a darling of the market. It doesn't stay long, even if it goes deep down. Guaranteed Trust Bank always comes up. Investors just like it. Guaranteed Trust Bank right now is at 0%. It's trading for 126 naira 80 kobo. Dangote Sugar has been on fire since Monday, and then right now it's at a very good, reasonable price, going for 872 naira. But right now the share price 72 naira, no changes in the share price. Dangote Cement on the final note, Dangote Cement has been up, it's been on fire. I'm going to talk to you more in further update. Thanks so much for joining for this breakfast update. I hope to see you later in the day. For now, grab something to drink, eat breakfast, and grab a drink, and then I'll see you later.